Welcome to the Recon Trader. In today's video, I will take a look at whether or not Bitcoin and Ethereum have hit rock bottom, or if not, how much lower could they possibly go? And if we have hit rock bottom, what are the upside targets for Bitcoin and Ethereum? So let's get right to the charts. And we'll start with the Bitcoin daily chart on Binance. So each candle is a 1-day time frame. And this week we did see Bitcoin sell off, and it actually hit a newer low of 28,800. And if we look back and check our 6, we can see after Bitcoin started this bull run, it pulled back in January and sold off to right around 28,850 before continuing the bull run. So there could be an argument made, if this 28,800 level holds as support, that Bitcoin has bottomed out and is ready to perhaps consolidate sideways before moving back up and perhaps continuing this bull run. However, with that being said, everything this chart currently shows is bearish, with the possibility of the price continuing to break down and go lower. And so with that all being said, I wanted to jump over to the 1-week chart for Bitcoin and have you take a look at the actual market structure. And if you're not familiar with market structure, it's basically the start of a bull run with accumulation, and then we get the markup period where the price runs up, and then we get a sell-off and head into distribution, and eventually the bears take control and we roll over into a bear market. And if we look at the current chart for Bitcoin, we see the accumulation, we see the markup, and what we may be witnessing right now is the distribution phase before the actual decline and the bear market. And so if we jump back over to the market structure chart, you can see we've had the accumulation. We certainly have had some markup. My question is, are we in this distribution phase before we actually decline? And in reality, a case could be made for the fact that we're now in the distribution phase. And so what is currently on my radar is whether or not Bitcoin can hold above the 618 level. I think that's the most important line in the sand right now for Bitcoin to continue to close above. If it continues to close above, then perhaps we could see another move up. However, if Bitcoin closes below the 618 level, which happens to be right around the 30,500 level, or you could even argue this $28,000 level where we look back and see support here, and that's where we came into support this week, was right at 28,000. If we break down and start closing below this level, I would say we are probably into the decline phase of this current market structure. And then the next level I would be looking at for Bitcoin to come into would be around the 21,000, maybe 22,000 level, which is the 786 Fibonacci level. And that would put us right at around the previous all-time high of the last bull market. And that would be a probable level for Bitcoin to hold, or it could sell off even deeper into the 12,000 level, and that would put us right about where this bull market actually took off from. And that would more than likely be rock bottom for Bitcoin's price. However, it would not be out of the realm of possibility to hold around that 20,000 level, maybe 21 or 22,000. But right now, the key level I am watching is the 618, right around 30,000 to 28,000. And if by some chance the bulls decide to step up, which I don't see them doing right now, then the next level we'd look up at would be at the 50% Fibonacci level, and that's around 37,000. After that, then we're looking at 40,000 where you can see clear resistance. And then from there, we're looking at the 382 level, which is right around 43.5. We'd have to get above that before we even start discussing getting back up to around 60,000 and all-time new highs. And so to quickly recap, I'm keeping an eye on the 618 Fibonacci level, which is right around 30,500, or prior support of this 28,800 level. If that breaks, then we could be in for a sell-off down to the 786 Fibonacci level, which is going to put us around 21,000, maybe 22,000. After that, it's pretty much open air down to 12,000. On the flip side, if the bulls step up, then we're looking at 37,000, 43.5, And then from there, there's a bunch of psychological numbers, whether it be like 50,000 and what have you, before we get back up to all-time new highs. Now, if we jump over to the Ethereum one-day chart, we see the same type of action of selling off, and we came into support, and it is currently holding. And if we jump back over to the market structure example, where we have accumulation, markup, and a big sell-off into distribution before the decline, that is pretty much what we have right here on the Ethereum chart. We have accumulation, markup, the big sell-off, and now distribution before we actually roll over into a bear market. Everything I'm looking at on these charts is bearish. And so if we jump over to the 1 week chart for Ethereum, the levels I'm looking at right now clearly is 1700 needs to hold as support. If this fails, then we're more than likely looking back and looking down at 1400. After that, the next level would be 1200. And from there, we could easily fall down to the 1272 level, and that would be right around 1000. Now, if the bulls decide to step up and extend this bull market, then we need to get back above the 2000 level, which we see back here was prior resistance. After that, we're looking up at the 786 Fibonacci level of around 2300. From there, the 618 level of around 2800 has been prior resistance. The bulls would need to charge through that level to get to the next level of 50%. Which is right around the $3,000 level, and before we have a full recovery, we need to definitely get above the 382 level, which is right around the 3,300 level, and then from there we could look at all-time new highs. But in reality, the bears are in control of this market and trying to push this price down below 1,700. If they succeed, then we're looking down at around 1,400 or perhaps even 1,200. And then from there, we could be looking down at around 1,000. If that level fails to hold, we could be back down into triple digits, maybe $600 or $400 ETH. And so that pretty much wraps it up for both Bitcoin and Ethereum price targets. I wanted to share with you the market structure that I've been aware of back in the days of when I traded stocks or Forex. This is a very good representation of most bull and bear markets. And right now what I see is we're in the distribution phase. That does not mean it's impossible for the market to move back up. It's just more than likely not probable. However, as a trader, I always have bullish targets and bearish targets, and I let the charts tell me where we're headed. The charts will always tell you what the FUD is going on. So with that all being said, if you like this video, do me a favor, spike a like. If you're interested in building wealth, trading crypto assets, or investing in crypto assets, that's the type of videos that I make, so you might want to shoot that subscribe button so you don't miss out on those videos. Or if you have any questions or comments, drop those in the comment section down below. And remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See you in the next video.